In regards to those files, I want to tell y'all about my freshman year at Harvard, because Harvard is the crucible where pedophilic world leaders are forged. Like Rory Gilmore, I dreamed my whole life of going to Harvard, not because I knew anything about it, just because it was supposed to be the best and I wanted to be the best. And I got in. And I went there for my freshman year and then I left because I found Harvard to be, frankly, dark-sided. There's no better word for it. My first inkling that something was deeply wrong at Harvard came the first weekend of school when I went to a party at the Harvard Crimson, which is the student newspaper. And someone put a whole bunch of roofies in the punch being served, and like 20 girls had to go to the hospital and get their stomachs pumped and almost died. And what horrified me the most wasn't actually that this like mass attempt of SA had occurred. It was the way people talked about it the week after. Which was like, it was funny. Like, it was a joke. Like, haha, those Harvard Crimson boys are such pranksters. And I guarantee you, those boys that put those roofies in that punch are now the most powerful people in corporate media worldwide. They are executives and on the boards of newsrooms, TV stations, newspapers, the FCC. They run the media. Those are the people that run the global media. And they knew they were being groomed for that then, and they knew that they were untouchable and they could mass drug dozens of girls with date rape drugs and nothing would happen to them. And nothing did. A few months after that, I was going out to lunch with a friend of mine from my dorm and some of her friends. And one of those girls, we went to pick her up for lunch, and she shared kind of casually that she thought she had been date raped the night before. She had woken up in the bed of someone she did not know and had no memory of how she got there or what had happened to her, but she was pretty sure that she had been SA'd. Although we didn't call it that back then. She just said, I think he had sex with me. And as we were getting ready to go to lunch, and this girl I barely knew's dorm room, she was talking about like running through the mistakes she had made the night before, up to the part that she could remember, and how, I shouldn't have had that extra drink, and I shouldn't have gone to that second party, blaming herself for what had happened, and no one else was like pushing back on that, and it didn't occur to me to push back on that. These were upperclassmen also, and I was a freshman, and I was taking mental notes about like, oh God, okay, these are the things that I have to do to not get raped. And I remember asking her if she was going to like report it or go to the doctor or the police, and she was like, no, there's no point. No one will it doesn't get investigated. And then they talked about some girl who had like tried to accuse a boy of rape like the semester before, and like she had gotten suspended. And just like side note, this was the year Mark Zuckerberg, 2003,